Welcome back to planetmosh.com, and I'm joined by, well, it's an honour really to be joined by Si from Onslaught. That sounds so good to say. Yeah. Welcome back to Bloodstock. I mean, it's a place you played, I think, a few years ago now.
Yeah, 2011 was the last.
Was it 11? Was
yeah,
it?
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. 2006 before that.
Yeah.
First time.
And you're on the Sophie stage a bit later on.
Yeah, 5 to 9, I do believe.
Bit of an obvious question, but are we pumped up for it? Are we looking forward to it?
Yeah, of course. It's what the band's all about, playing live. So
Yeah.
of course it's home territory. It's our first home show of the year, and probably we're only doing 2 this year. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I read it's just the sort of last but one.
yeah.
For this year, of course. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, of course it's we're pumped up. That's for sure.
Brilliant. I know you played most of the festivals on the circuit. How does this one compare with, say some of the big Euro ones?
It's nice for us in the fact this is our home crowd, But I mean, there's some amazing festivals around Europe, really. I mean, like Wacken and Hellfest are like absolutely out of this world festivals to play. But as I said, this is a little smaller than those guys, but it's got a nice feeling about it. It's really relaxed. And I was chatting to one of the security guys here earlier, and he said how he loves working here because it's just so chilled and laid back. It's the easiest job he's ever got. Like, there's no trouble for him whatsoever.
I was talking to one of the stewards in the signing tent, and he said there's never any trouble.
Yeah,
never any trouble. So.
And you see so many people here that your friends or you haven't seen for so long. It's just really nice. It's really chilled out.
Yeah, brilliant. And does a festival set mean slightly less pressure for you as a band? That is, less, or put a bit more on?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, because sometimes you've got to think about it quite hard because obviously you're kind of limited with your time.
Yeah, of course.
And what do you play? What's the audience going to want to hear? Which is the best set for the band to play for the selected audience? I mean, festivals we've been playing with the likes of Accept, Judas Priest, and Queensryche and Wasp. So they're not all necessary into thrash music, So you need to diversify your set a little bit because you want these people to come and listen to, and you want them to think, well, yeah, wow, we're really good. So I mean, if you went and blitzed them with everything fast and brutal that we've got, it may not work for your favour in some of the bigger festivals. But this one, everybody knows what this band's about in the UK. It's kind of home festival, as I said. It's an extreme festival, so we're going to play fairly.
Nail it.
Yeah.
Nail it. So tell us, we're getting near to the release of the DVD, I understand.
Yeah, at last.
At last.
Been some technical hitches with the video edit, and I don't know what's been on. I don't really deal with that side of things.
Out of your hands.
But they finally almost got it together, I believe, which is nice. The audio sounds fantastic and really brutal, which is nice. So October, I believe, is the scheduled release for that now. So.
And was that a single show recording, or was it?
No, we recorded the O2 tour we did last year in the UK. We recorded London and Bristol, which are our 2 strongest places in the UK, obviously. But no, it came out. We took out some extra production with it, and from what I've seen, it looks really good. So I can't wait to see it all actually complete for once.
Does it always feel strange when you're on stage, you're in that zone, you're in that comfort zone, and then you're watching yourself on a playback?
Yeah, I don't really like that.
It's a bit weird feeling.
I'm not one for cameras, really, but
it's got to be done, I guess.
Catches all the funny faces you make and everything. Oh, did I really do that? Or do I really look like that? But I think the overall thing, it looks really good. So I can't wait to see it. That's the main thing. I mean, and like I said, it sounds good. So.
Absolutely. Now we've got the current album out, which has been out a while now, and very well received, of course. Was it a fun album to do? Was it quite fluid?
Yeah, it was definitely the easiest one that we've made, particularly in terms of writing and recording, really. And obviously, the technology we have these days is so simple. I mean, and obviously saves us a vast amount of money. I mean, if we condensed all the amount of time that we took to actually write the album and record it, it was very, very, very quick in terms of what we usually take. So we have been known to take a long time in the past, but I think we recorded, mixed in 20 days, something like that. And the writing process was really quite short. I'd say probably 2 or 3 months overall to get the whole thing done, which is great. So I'm hoping the next one goes as fluidly, as fluidly as that, which would be good.
Each album is its own entity, isn't it? So you can never sort of judge, I guess,
No,
how
that's
things
right.
are going to go.
No, I mean, we're a band who like to make each album unique from the last one, you know. And this next one's going to be no different. But I think we've had a probably 2-year gap now, or whatever, since the last one. So I think the ideas are going to be fresh again. It's nothing going to be regurgitated from the last one, I hope so. Hopefully another number 7 will be as unique as the other ones to each other. So.
Of course, absolutely. As a well-established band, how do you view the music industry in general now, say, compared to the good old days of the late 80s? And is it a bit more sort of more cutthroat than it used to be? Or?
Yeah, in terms of the business side of things, it's a bit frustrating, obviously, because as I mentioned, the good side of having all the technology, there's the bad side as well, which is with all the downloading and stuff, which is so it's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's great for promoting your band, and all the technology makes you make cheaper albums, but then you lose so much income to the band from the illegal downloading, and I think it's part and parcel. I think the record companies have got themselves to blame a lot for not seeing it coming, and they still not really reacted to it now, I don't think.
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's stuff they can do. I think CDs are overpriced at the moment. So I think the industry really needs to quickly sort of reevaluate itself, and they're still not doing it. And after all these years, they're still not acting on it in a very positive way, I don't think. I can see things are turning around. I think people are, especially with the vinyls, people are really buying lots of vinyl. And I don't know. People. I just wish people would start sort of. I was seeing. I reposted something on my Facebook the other day that Jello Biafra had posted about a cup of coffee and a CD. And basically, he was saying you pay $4 for a cup of coffee, which costs literally cents to make, in a paper cup, which costs nothing, and you throw it away within 2 or 3 minutes. Whereas a CD costs you a little bit more. But this is what I'm saying. Maybe you should look at the prices of that. But a CD lasts you for life and gives you pleasure for hours on end. But people just don't kind of grasp that. It's really weird. But when I read that in that kind of context, I thought, yeah, that really makes sense.
Makes sense, absolutely.
So, I mean,
it's sort of an indication of, like you say, disposable society.
Yeah,
we live in, isn't it?
yeah. It's very frustrating, and it must be even more frustrating for young bands who are faced with this situation. I mean, it's great that this festival does things like they do with the
new blood.
Yeah,
on the stage,
it's fantastic. Because a lot of festivals don't do that, but I mean, at least they are giving these guys a chance to expose themselves to the public, you know,
and use it as a springboard.
Yeah.
So back to the live front. It's a busy time with tours coming up. You're off to Spain and South America.
Yep.
It's a huge buzz, but I mean, it must be pretty tiring for you.
Yeah, but I think as you said, the buzz, the adrenaline keeps you going. America can be particularly grueling with the drives and stuff, because when we go there, we drive. We've got to drive everywhere. So that's really tough. But the shows make up for it. South America's always tough because you're flying every day. I mean, the first time we went there, I think we did something like 22, 23 flights in 20 days. That's including the 2 intercontinental ones. So you can imagine how grueling that was. But the tour was so exciting, you don't seem to notice it until you get back. But
and collapse in a heap.
Yeah, for a month. But that's what it's all about. I mean, it's the only way to push the band forward. You have to do that. Keep touring. That's the only way to get your name out there and keep people talking about the band.
So keeping their faces, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
So what's the priority once the tour's sort of done and dusted? Then are you going to take a bit of time off, or is it straight into number 7?
Yeah, I mean this year's been probably the quietest year we've had since we've been back. And that was intentional. We sort of Sy had his boy had the illness, and we sort of kept things to a minimum at the beginning of the year just to let things recover there, and he's vastly improved now, which is great. So it kind of lets us get back to normal, and we just said let's do the festivals over the summer, play some nice festivals, chill out and go from there. So now October, November, December, back to the hardcore touring. And No, people. It's a nice situation. The fact that we're in demand for live shows. You know, we just get so many offers all the time. Then we're going to China early next year, and the offers are always there. But it's difficult to say no because we love it so much. But we have to make a new album. So I mean, we've just returned with our old management company now. We've gone back with them within the last month or so. So he's gonna be having us out there working as well. So it's just gonna go on and on and on. But like I said, that's what it's about. But we got to make the new album. I think we got a couple of months off now after Bloodstock, and we're really gonna sort of sit down and get as much done as we can. We've got a kind of skeleton of where we're going, what we're doing, and that. So we're not just gonna sit down around the table and sort of think. No, there's a direction where we're going. So.
Well, we look forward to the release of the DVD in October.
Yeah, there's. I don't know if did you know about we're going to do a pledge release as well.
How in the pledge?
Yeah, this is not something I was too keen on. I wasn't too clued up about it. But Jeff, bass player, he was into at least trying something along that route just to see how things you go. You know. As I still think labels are very relevant for bands, particularly like us in this day and age. But it's 30 years since Power from Hell was released, so we're going to do a 4 or 5 track demo, not a demo, EP, sorry, featuring lots of guests who have been influenced by Power from Hell. So if all the guests come through who have committed so far, it's going to be absolutely cool. Right? So.
Just the logistics of getting everyone together.
Yeah, so we're just doing the backing tracks right now, so we can get them out to all the guys who are going to commit. But if it comes through, it's going to be really cool. So,
yeah, but I mean, as you say, the pledge route. There's a lot of bands going down there.
Yeah, it's not something I want to go long term, but
like you say, it tests the water.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be 666 vinyl copies of Power from Hell EP, so it's going to be fun.
When's that going to be coming out then? Is that
well, we're going to start.
Next year?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to start the pledge now, obviously, because it is the 30th year. We need to get everything together, what it's going to be, the package involved. So, because obviously next year is going to be 31 years, so we can't sell it this year as a 30 years. So, but we're looking at probably early next year for that to actually be released. But the pledge campaign should start pretty soon, I think.
I'm sure you'll reach the target.
Well, I hope so. I mean,
we're
not asking for the earth, and what's going to be coming with it is going to be pretty cool. So
yeah, brilliant. Well, we look forward to that. And,
me too.
Just remains me to say, well, I was going to say best of luck, but that doesn't really come into it. But,
no, it always helps. It always helps. We've had some bad luck along the way, right? And we're still here.
Well, thanks very much for your time, and
pleasure, mate.
We'll see you on the road again soon.
Yeah, cool.